From Santa Monica, California, this is Nakamichi Spoken Here. Welcome to the first in a new series of information cassettes. As recording technology attains new levels of sophistication and performance, this series of cassettes will keep you informed and in touch with the leading edge of the art. It seems fitting that this premiere cassette be devoted to a discussion of Nakamichi's newest flagship model, the 1000ZXL computing cassette deck. It is Nakamichi's answer to the microprocessor age, and a machine which is already being heralded as the reference standard for the 80s and beyond. But first, let's take a brief step into cassette history. When Nakamichi introduced the original Model 1000 back in 1973, it shook the world. Far more than an impressive array of features and specs, the 1000 was clearly destined to change the role of the compact cassette in high-fidelity reproduction. The 1000, however, was also the most expensive cassette deck at the time by a factor of nearly 3 over the nearest competitor. But go to the owners of the many thousands of Nakamichi 1000 and 1000 Series 2 decks and ask them if they think the decks were worth the price. The answer is certain to be a resounding yes. And the reason is simple. To them, the Nakamichi 1000 was not just another cassette deck, but rather an investment. It endured and continued to be the industry standard long after others had come and gone. It is in this tradition of excellence that the new Nakamichi 1000ZXL was created. It represents the culmination of years of painstaking research and unequaled experience in the cassette recording field. More than the ultimate cassette deck, the new 1000 is, quite arguably, the ultimate recording investment. The original Nakamichi 1000 was the first cassette deck to give the user access to vital adjustments such as record calibration and record head azimuth, which ensured that the machine's inherent excellence would not be compromised by variations in tape sensitivity or cassette housing characteristics. Today's 1000ZXL goes even further. At its heart is the amazing Able computer, a sophisticated brain which automatically adjusts record head azimuth, left and right channel bias, record level, and equalization within approximately 45 seconds after the system is activated. The information for a particular tape formulation can then be stored in one of 4 tape memories for instant recall without recalibration. During playback, the 1000ZXL uses a subsonic digital code recorded on the tape by the computer to automatically select the appropriate equalization and noise reduction system. The incredible sophistication of the Able computer enables the ZXL to achieve optimum performance with virtually any quality tape formulation. Specified frequency response is within plus or minus 0.75 dB, from 20 to 20,000 Hz, an unprecedented achievement, unmatched even by top-rated open-reel machines. Okay, so the Able computer looks good on paper, but does it really work? Nobody is better qualified to answer that question than Nakamichi factory-trained technicians, who, after all, have been manually doing all of the things that the Able system does automatically. So we asked them, and while none of them were quite willing to say that Able did the job better than they could, they did have to admit that the computer was every bit as accurate as the best among them. And they certainly had to concede that the Able computer was much, much faster, and that it eliminated the chance of human error. One of the traditional weaknesses of the tape format has been its lack of reliable random access capability, which is something that makes most people go back to phonograph records whenever they want to hear just 1 or 2 cuts. But all that has changed with 1000ZXL's RAM computer. RAM stands for Random Access Music Memory, and it is a microprocessor system which keeps track of the selections by tagging each one with a subsonic digital code. During record, the RAM counter automatically tags the selections in sequence by sensing breaks in the music. Or, if you prefer, you can encode selections manually at any point during the recording. During playback, you can find any pre-tagged spot on the tape and program up to 15 segments in an automatic 30-command sequence of your choice. And that's something you can't do with anything else, not even a turntable. A deck of the 1000ZXL's caliber will undoubtedly be used with the most advanced noise reduction systems. The deck has built-in Dolby B-type noise reduction since this continues to be the most prevalent system used in cassette recording. It also has, however, provision for an external noise reduction processor, which can be switched in to replace the deck's built-in B-type Dolby circuits. Using an external processor in this manner keeps the deck's input mixing facilities fully operational. The external position can be connected to any outboard noise reduction unit of your choice, including the Nakamichi Telefunken HiCom 2 system or Nakamichi's new NR100 Dolby C-type processor. The external processor provision is yet another example of the 1000ZXL's investment value. You don't pay for noise reduction systems you're not likely to use, and you can easily update the deck to any new noise reduction standard by adding an external module. That's the professional way of doing things. This has been but a brief look at some of the things that make the 1000ZXL the standard to which all other cassette decks must be compared. This machine embodies an enormous amount of technology, which makes it a superb sounding recorder and a deck which is a joy to own and use. Subsequent Nakamichi Spoken Here cassettes will provide further insight into many of the 1000ZXL's other features, such as Nakamichi's unique magnetic head technology, the parametric erase system, the asymmetrical diffused resonance transport, state-of-the-art electronic circuitry, triple mic and line mixing capability, high-resolution bar graph level indication, and more. Be sure to join us again next time for more Nakamichi Spoken Here, because when Nakamichi speaks, even the competition listens.